What it do, baby? It's your boy Enrico, and I'm back again. This time I came to holler at y'all about Saturday fight night that took place in the sport of boxing this weekend, with Jerron Boots Ennis being the headliner, fighting in the main event in his hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, it was a good card, solid card. It wasn't the most exciting card. I was only looking forward to seeing one undercard, to be honest, and that was the undercard that featured Jaleel Hackett. Shout out Jaleel. He's a young up-and-coming fighter from DC. So I heard about him. So I was definitely anticipating on watching Jaleel Hackett, and I was impressed. He's 21 years old. He still has a lot of room to grow. I see a lot of areas he can get better, but for being a 21-year-old, I definitely like what I've seen, man. He's a big kid, strong kid. So I love how he looks physically, just how his body, the way he throw punches, the way he take punches. He looks like, he can do some damage in the sport. So I love to see that. I would like to see him use his jab more. It looked like he has way more tools in the toolbox he can get to that he's still, learning to use. He's still, trying to figure out which tools to pull out the toolbox when he need them. And I don't even know exactly what tools he has. So what I seen, it looked like he has a lot of room to grow. He fought a game fighter, a very solid fighter in the name of Peter Dobson. Peter Dobson is he was what you would call kind of a gateway type of fighter. Like, he's not the top level, but if you're not legit, you're not real, he probably will beat you. So if you're for a young up and coming fighter in the 147-pound division, Dobson is a great opponent to face, because, like I said, he's a gateway fighter. If you get past him, okay, you can take it to the next level. You could probably try to fight the big boys now. If you can't make it past him, you're probably not on that level. So Jaleel Hackett, he struggled throughout, not struggled, but he grinded his way through the win. It wasn't all peaches and cream. It wasn't all easy. I think the judges' scorecards, I remember, it was kind of more way closer than I thought it would be. I thought he clearly won the fight. The way the judges' scorecard scored it, it was like it was a close fight. It wasn't a complete wipeout, but I clearly think he decidedly won the fight. Defensively, I want to see him get better, a little more tighter, a little more sharper. But overall, I was pretty impressed with Jaleel Hackett, man. Shout out to Jaleel Hackett from out the city. Like I said, DC, stand up. Y'all got another one, man. DMV, we doing it right now in the boxing, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing. All the talent coming out of DMV. And I'm including Baltimore when I say DMV. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, who cares about the actual DMV nickname? I ain't asking nobody to rep that or whatever. I'm just speaking for my Maryland, DC, and Virginia people, period. That's all I'm doing. So, shout out to the DMV. We out here. We in here. Jaleel Hackett, good-ass win. Keep grinding, young man. Keep getting better. Like I said, I see room for your improvement, but definitely love your potential. Love what you've shown, too. So, it's not, you did good. You're doing good. You're doing great. Just keep getting better, young man. That's all I got to say. So, shout out Jaleel Hackett, man. But the main course, of course, the main event was Jerron Boots Ennis, y'all. Boots, he fought David Avanesyan. Excuse me if I mess his name up. Forgive me. We all anticipated Boots was going to win, and pretty much everybody anticipated he was going to get the knockout. It was just about when it would happen and how it would happen. Now, it happened in the 5th round. Of course, everybody's going back to when David Avanesyan fought Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford knocked him out in the 6th round. So some people were like, oh, Boots got him out there before Terrence Crawford. But most of the boxing people I've seen talk about this, they are acknowledging that Boots' performance was more impressive. Now, obviously, it's an obvious reason why people are looking at these two fights. Boots and Terrence Crawford look like they're on a collision course. Terrence Crawford already beat David Avanesyan. Boots Ennis just now fought David Avanesyan. So how did each of them look in their fight against against the exact same opponent? They both looked similar. I feel like Crawford's fight was a little cleaner. He didn't get hit as much. I remember Avanesyan landing a good punch on Bud that kind of semi-buckled him a little bit. But, he never really, was getting into any rhythm and was landing consistent offense on Bud. On the contrary, against Boots, Avanesyan, he found a little bit more of success in moments offensively, punching through, punching between Boots' punches. finding decent angles, opportunities while they was on the inside to catch Boots. And he was touching Boots. He was touching Boots. But to Boots' credit, like Boots, like strikes me the type of guy like he's very confident in a good way, and he's like willing to take risks in a very good way. Shakur Stevenson, take notes. Like Boots knew David couldn't get him out of there. That's what it looked like to me. So he was willing to sit in the kitchen sink, writing them on the inside where David actually had a better chance. That was actually the fight that David needed to fight to give himself a more of a chance to be on the inside, to be closer to Boots, to try to hit him while he punching or just find opportunities while he was on the inside. That was the best opportunity for David. And Boots walked right into his kitchen sink and said, "What's up? I'm gonna beat you right here." And he beat him up during that, fighting that kind of fight. Now, the reason I'm saying I'm impressed by that is because I know Boots made that decision. That remind me of the fight when Earl Spence fought I think was that Sean Crawford. I think that was. I mean, Sean Porter. Was that the Sean Porter fight? When after the fight, I remember the whole fight. I was just saying, why is Spence fighting like this? Like, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, he just walked in and fought a straight bar fight, a straight inside slug it out fight. The whole fight was, I believe it was Sean Porter. I never understood why. I was like, why did he do that? I'm just watching the fight like confused. But then as soon as the fight was over with, guess who get on the mic and guess who says, I did that on purpose? Errol Spence. Errol Spence got on the mic in the ring directly after the fight and stated, yeah, everybody said I can't fight, I can't bang. Yeah, I fought him in his fight and I still beat him, da-da-da-da. And I was like, whoa, so he actually was doing it on purpose because I seen it the whole time. I'm watching, like, why is he not standing on the outside? Why is he not using his jab? He could easily beat this guy if he just fight like this. Earl knew that. He just wanted to prove a point to himself, to his opponent, and to the boxing world that, yeah, y'all think I can't do this or I ain't about this? I'm going to show y'all I'm about that. And Boots, I feel like he did that just off of that type of mentality. Like, I know I can stay on the outside. I can jab him. I can beat him up. But you know what? I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to get up. Yeah, I'm going to give you a fight. I'm going to give you a chance. What's up? I'm going to show you that you can't do nothing with me in any type of way. And that's what I feel like Boots did to David. And he took his spirit from him, man. Over time, he just started wearing him down psychologically, mentally, putting the pressure on him. It's rumored that he broke David Avanesyan's jaw. I don't know if that's true or not, but during the fight, I remember vividly, distinctly, the commentator mentioned that it looked like some swelling on the left side of his jaw. I actually seen his jaw when after he said I was looking, and I could tell it looked like his jaw was starting to swell. I wasn't able to get too many great looks after that. So, obviously we will be able to tell more if we was to see his jaw and it was really swollen, then that would be a key sign that his jaw probably was broken. But the fact that Boots inflicted that damage on him, for the corner to throw the towel in after the 5th round. And as I'm watching the fight, I'm stating to my brother, like, bro, he's not about to make it. Because I needed him to make it to 7th round. I had Boots with the knockout from the 7th between the 12th round. So I lost my bet because he didn't make it to the 7th. And I'm sitting there praying that he made it to the 7th. But as I'm watching early in the fight, 2nd round, 3rd round, I'm like, this ain't looking good. These punches are looking heavy. Heavy. Like, these punches that Boots are landing are thuds. Like, you can see it. Like, whoa. Like, it's really taking an impact on David. And you can see Boots is way bigger, too. He was way bigger than David. Boots is clearly not long for 147. He's basically trying to clean up the division. He's trying to get the Bud fight at 147, and then he wants to move on because he's not long for 147. He's a big guy. Boots is definitely a big guy. He definitely could fight at 154. He reminds me of Earl Spence at this point where it's like he's clearly just outgrown the division, but, he's the king on top of the hill right now, so he's going to enjoy the fruits of his labor while he got it right now. And I don't blame him. Overall, defensively, I attribute most of the defensive flaws we've seen from Boots from what I just stated about him just basically, acknowledging that I'm going to let him, get some punches off. I'm going to put myself in harm's way to basically punish this guy the way I want to. And that's what he did. But in the process of that, he took some solid punches. Another good thing I like about Boots, it's not the first time I've seen him take punches. And he takes punches very, very well. He looks to have a very, very good jaw, a very, very good chin. Pause. Looks like he has a very strong chin. He's not phased easily by punches. So, because he got hit a couple clean times and he didn't look phased like at all. Like he didn't take a step backwards. He didn't have no hesitation in his body movement. Nothing. Like it was like all them punches David landed was just like, oh, okay, that's all you got. I'm still here. What's up? And Boots kept coming for him, and he got him out of there. So it's a lot of credit I'm giving to Boots. He showed me a lot, even though he did get touched more than I would like him to get touched. Like I said, it wasn't like for a lack of defensive prowess or skill or ability, in my opinion. It was more just like he kind of just knew the guy couldn't hurt him. He let him get some shots in. It is what it is. Shout out to Boots, man. Hell of a fight. You put on a master class. The action, the pressure, the offensive pressure you put on him, man. The real offensive pressure you put on him. Not that shit Shakur was talking about. So, man, I was trying to cut him off. He was running. I was opening up. I was throwing. I was letting my hands go. You know you weren't. You don't know. If you ain't know what it looked like, that's what it looked like, my boy. And you were there. Shakur, you were there. Front row seats. You should have seen it clear as day. That's what you need to do. You want to talk about something, you want to get somebody out of there. Watch and learn, bro. Watch and learn. And listen and learn. Because your corner and your people trying to tell you. Bud trying to tell you. Andre trying to tell you. Shakur. So pay attention and lock in, dude. But I'm not even going to make this about you. Boots. Hell of a performance. Could have been a little tighter defensive. Like I said, I'm not tripping. I see what you was doing. I'm not tripping. But you're going to need to start practicing the way you want to play. I mean, we all know what I mean. You practice the way you play. Boxing is no play, but y'all know what I mean. You need to start practicing the way you actually box, my boy. Because against Bud and all that, you're not going to be able to get away with all that stuff. So you need to get out the habits of trying to get away with stuff like that now. So when that time comes, you fight Bud, you don't have to work so hard to do something that you're not used to. You know what I'm saying? You have to get them bad habits out now, bro. Fight like you're trying to fight Bud every time for the rest of your career. That's how you need to fight. You need to fight like I'm about to fight Bud. Or imagine I'm fighting Bud. So so you can be locked in, you can be sharp. You don't take nothing for granted. You know what I'm saying? You don't get lackadaisical. Because them bad habits, man, you gotta stay sharp, dog. You gotta stay sharp to stay on top of the sport, my boy. And when I'm gonna comment, I'm gonna end this with talking about Boots versus Crawford. Now, Boots, if you about to fight at 154 in a couple weeks, I honestly don't think he will want to go back to 147. But, to fight Boots, obviously I feel like he would consider it. That would be a big money fight. A true, pure boxing purist fight. That's a boxing purist dream fight in 2024 to see Boots Ennis versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, I don't think Boots is quite ready for Bud. Quite. It's just like whatever Boots could do, I feel like Bud can just do a little better. Like basically almost everything. Like, what does Boots do better than Bud? Like, I don't see him doing anything better. Like, he does everything like Bud does, but he just doesn't do it quite as good. And it's like, that's the thing. That's why I feel like it's just like he just had that experience. He has that, like Bud and did everything. He didn't travel this road to get to the top of the hill finally, the top of the mountain. And I don't think he would, for him to let somebody like Boots, who's a younger guy who definitely put in work, but didn't nowhere near travel the same road that Bud had to travel to get to the top of the mountain. I just do not see him allowing somebody like Boots to take what he worked so hard for. And the prospects of that alone, I feel like will lock Bud in on a level of his focus will be to a top level where his focus and his he will know Boots is a live, credible threat, and he want to treat him as such. He would treat him exactly like that. And he would fight him very smartly, very measured. He would not let Boots capitalize on any mistakes because he would make very few. And I think he would capitalize on the mistakes that Boots would make. And he would do, and no matter how it ends, he would do just enough to win, for sure. I just do not see Boots being able to out-finesse, out-beat, out-punch Terrence Crawford. I just can't see it. And until I see something different from Terrence Crawford, I'm not going to change my opinion. He's the best fighter of this generation. the best fighter of this era. Like he said before the Earl Spence fight, this will be the Terrence Bud Crawford era, and he's right. I haven't seen nobody better than him in the last 5 to 10 years. Boots, you're great, but I don't think you're quite ready for Bud. You gotta, tighten up them tools a little bit, sharpen up your toolbox a little bit more before you ready for that test. But is the fight ready to happen? Oh yeah, the fight is definitely ready to happen. We need to make it happen. If Bud feel he wants that challenge, go for it. If he don't, I would not fault Bud for it either. He been telling everybody he been trying to get out of 147. He was just waiting to unify basically. And once he unified against Earl Spence, he has nothing to stay at 147 for. Why would he kill himself or make it harder for himself to make 147? You know what I'm saying? Just to please the public so he could fight a young up and coming superstar. You know what I'm saying? Where he got to kill himself to make weight and all that. Like, he's not trying to do that. He's not no young spring chicken no more. Bud like in his mid 30s now. You know what I'm saying? So if he doesn't fight Boots, I won't kill him for that. Would I love to see it? Of course I will. Am I betting for Bud? Of course I will. Come on, man. Smoking Bud out here, man. Bud over everything. But nah, man, Boots, you did a hell of a job this weekend. Great fight. You put on a show for your hometown of Philly. You put on a show for your hometown, unlike some dudes. But I ain't even gonna go too deep on that one. Pause. I ain't gonna go too far on that one. Boots, shout out to you. Shout out Philly. Shout out boxing. It was a great weekend. We looking forward to the boxing coming up this weekend. We got Bud fighting soon. We got some more fights coming soon. So we gonna be tuning in. We gonna be locked in. You know your boy Enrico gonna come give y'all my opinion, my breakdown, and let y'all know how I see everything out here, man. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. It's your boy Enrico. Make it y'all best sound till next time. Peace.